Okay. All right. Well, that did something.
There it is.
Okay, nice.
That did something.
All right, that's good. Now, how do we get the yeah, it's oscillating between you and I in terms of the display on the Twitch stream, depending on who's talking.
It's echoing. Why is it echoing? Aaron, is your browser making noises?
Nope.
Is that mine?
Something is up because in
Oh
the,
no, is this better now? Is it better now?
okay, I'm watching the stream and it's just your head and then my head bouncing back depending on who's talking. There's no bridge.
Okay, this is the round. Yeah, I know. I haven't started the bridge yet.
Okay. Well, let's get
Okay.
the bridge going. We've got bodies.
Round of 16, segment 7, right? I have to paste this URL.
It seems like there's a bit of a delay actually on the broadcast. Like maybe 4 or 5 seconds, which might be intentional.
Okay, so I did that. Did that do anything in the Twitch?
Nope.
Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna go home.
Welcome everybody who's here for the segment 7, I guess, of 8. We're trying to set up the board here. Once we get it going.
Okay, I need to share my Lovebridge screen on the Zoom. That's the problem. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna share my screen right now. Or I don't know. It's not letting me share my screen. Aaron, can you share your screen? No, that's not gonna work. I need to share mine.
Thank you for bearing with us. Those of you that are still around for the technical difficulties will be up.
Yeah, this is my first time setting it up. Let's see.
Jen can drop in. I believe we're going to be following the Bramley-Shireton match. And we're going to be primarily Will and John McAllister's table against Platnick and Kevin Rosenberg.
All right, I have the table up. I just need to share the screen.
Hey, Al, we're having some technical things if you're with us, if you have any words of wisdom.
I have had trouble every time I've tried to set things up.
Okay, well,
yeah,
good. We're consistent.
It's not letting me share my screen. Jan told me I needed to share my screen in the Zoom, but like normally it would be just an option in the bottom, but because I'm doing it from a browser, it's not where it normally would be.
So you need to go down to the bottom where it says share your screen.
That's not an option. Normally.
I have
guess
a share screen option. Am I?
No, I have it now. I see.
Okay.
It's
Anybody can do it. One of you should be able to find. I mean, if you look down at the bottom.
Yeah, I see it for mine.
It says
okay.
share
Then
screen.
you do it, Aaron. Then
You want me to share my screen? Okay.
I go onto Lovebridge and share the
Okay.
Okay.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. So
thanks.
this should work. Let me minimize this. Somebody else is gonna have to monitor the chat.
Yeah, I can monitor the chat. Let me.
Okay. So anyway, Kevin opened a heart, and it's curious that Brian bit a spade. We kind of had this conversation yesterday when Gavin was hosting about with these kind of balanced hands that you generally start with 2 clubs just to get the game force off your chest and make the rest of the auction easier. Now, I'm sure these guys have machinery to deal with this, but we'll see. So, for example, you would love to probably raise clubs here in some capacity if you were north. I wonder.
Yeah, 2 diamonds should be game forcing. Oh, it is alerted.
Yeah.
3 clubs should show 5 clubs.
So he's picking a what I assume is a quantitative 4-no bid. And the upside of that is that his values are communicated. And the downside of that is that it might just be that having club cards fitting is what South needs to hear. As it is, he's in kind of an interesting spot. He would have certainly bid this same way without the queen of diamonds, but it's not clear they have that many tricks. If I had to guess, I would guess Kevin will pass just because his long suits don't have texture.
Yeah, pretty bad spots in clubs and hearts. So,
And he does in fact pass. And it looks like there is no slam. And
yeah, 4-no trump looks high enough.
but you could just see the club holding switched in the opponent's hands, and it's
You still need the ace of hearts
yeah, you still need the ace of
on
hearts.
side, so not a great slam.
No, that's true.
On
I
the
guess.
2 diamonds lead.
I guess John and Will are playing fourth best leads. Oh, this is the no trump contract, I suppose.
Yeah. How do you think he'll play the club suit? Do you think he'll just?
I think in 4-no, he's just going to cash a diamond and play a club to the jack. Because even if they switch to hearts and the hearts are foul, he's still has a bunch of extra chances and he only needs 10 tricks.
Yeah, that's a good point.
This would be a much different story if he was a little higher, but I think the club to the jack is probably safe.
Yeah.
You want spoiler alerts about what's happening in the other room?
Sure.
Yeah.
Hit us.
Max accepted after 4-no, he jumped to 6-no.
Okay. Well,
So 6-no
Nick
does not
Shireson.
appear to have
yeah,
very
that'll.
much.
And in fact, he does play a club to the jack at trick 2.
Yeah, and from here he's just gonna take 3 diamonds, 4 clubs, 3 spades, and probably a heart. So probably we'll make 5.
What's happening? Let's see. What's he pitching? He's pitching a heart and I guess he'll cash the king.
Heart and a spade probably.
He'll cash the king of diamonds in case the jack is falling first.
He doesn't need to cash the king of diamonds right away though. He can play the clubs and then cash it when he's back in with the spades. I think you get.
I suppose that's true. The hard part is that he has to find 2 discards now, and I guess he'll pitch a
spade and a heart probably, but maybe not.
Just kind of gives up on. Oh, I guess it's fine.
Well, as if East has 3 spades like he does and the ace of hearts. I guess no, East can.
Yeah, well, now he has to pitch the spade and specifically play for a heart diamond thing. I was thinking if he cashed the king of diamonds first, not only could the jack fall, but now he might have a better time discarding.
I don't think there's any way at this point he can play for an extra trick without risking.
Yeah, he's not going to
a contract, so he should probably just cash the ace, king, queen of spades, and the king of diamonds, and hope that the best chance is to hope the jack falls for the trick. But with the 2 of diamonds lead, he knows that's not going to be very likely. So first board will be 11 imps to Bramley, most likely.
13, I think.
13.
Oh, he has 10. He only had, or 12.
Oh, they're red. They're red. Yeah, sorry, I was thinking it was board 1, white, but this is board.
Actually, he did well. He is going to
31.
He is going to make 11. So this is going to be 13.
Yes. Oh no, he just will cash.
Oh, he can't because he doesn't know who has the ace.
That's what I was saying before. You could double dummy. You can always make an extra, but you can't risk playing the jack of hearts because if West was the one with the ace, they'd have all the cash and spades, and you'd never get the king of diamonds.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so 12 to Bramley to start, widening the lead a little bit. Interestingly enough, at the other table, Al, if you were looking, did they bid 2 clubs over 1 heart?
I can take a look at that. At the other table,
Did it start a
Sorry, I
hardest?
forgot
The
I
other
muted
table,
my,
Oh yeah, no
Debbie
problem.
bid one spade.
Debbie also bid one spade.
They had an identical auction up until the point where Max bid 6 no trump.
Interesting. Wonder why. It's not clear to me. All right, one spade, two spades. Might
Oh, I'm
act.
wrong now.
This will be the end of it. Another hand where there might be deviation. Did Bart open a no trump at the other table?
Bart opened a spade at the other table,
Okay, so they did the same.
so it was the same auction.
Yeah.
So Queen of Diamonds lead at both tables.
It's like two clubs, a heart, and a spade, and not really much going on. He'll probably rough a diamond. Or maybe not. Yeah, maybe this. It's always fun guessing what the players are going to do and then being off by one or two tricks.
Yeah.
I suspect we'll see a 10 of clubs or a jack of clubs switch depending on their agreements here.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're doing second and fourth through declare.
I mean, would you consider hooking? Well, no, I guess you wouldn't really need to hook the heart here. You don't have that many losers, only in two spades. You can afford to lose two clubs, one heart, and two spades. So, no need to risk.
And the spades on this hand are not foul, so even if he does, he won't be punished for it.
Right. All right. I think at this point he would probably be best to just play a diamond up and then a spade to the 9 and plan on roughing a diamond and taking the spade finesse again. Although, no, yeah, that seems like the best. Do you see any other alternatives to just a diamond and a spade to the 9?
He could cross in hearts too, which is a little bit worse if they're real foul. But
Yeah, I wouldn't want to cross in heart. He does
Yeah.
cross in hearts. I wouldn't want to cross in hearts because I wouldn't want North. Oh, so he took the heart finesse, which could go wrong if South.
It could be down if South had both spade honors here.
Right, if South has both spade honors, or if North maybe had 4 hearts and was able to lead a third heart after
That's
cashing the clubs and promote
true.
a spade trick for his partner.
It's true.
So this was a little bit risky, but it won't matter on this hand at all. Well, maybe it'll be 1 over trick.
Well, honestly, Kevin is probably going to play a heart right now. I mean, I would. Well, maybe not. He's got to wonder about who's got.
Yeah, the heart seems like the only chance for Kevin is probably to hope that you can give your partner a heart rough.
He's going to sit there and decide whether that's even possible. And he does, in fact, play a heart, which is the only chance. We can see that it's not going to work.
And now here, it won't matter, but he does have a decision of whether to play. Well, I guess he has the king of diamonds as an entry always, so he can just play a spade to the 9 and then a spade to the queen and finesse it twice. So I guess if Kevin had played a diamond, the hand would have taken a little longer because then he has no entry back and he has to guess how to play the spades right away.
Well, you can still rough a diamond.
Yeah, I guess he can still rough a diamond.
Still rough his third diamond.
Yeah, so there's always.
Spades is a 9.
Kevin ducked it.
Curious that he didn't go back and try it again, but I guess it didn't matter. Okay, 8 tricks.
So 8 tricks, 1 imp for Bramley. So they made 3 at the other table.
Yeah, this play is a lot more appealing if you're actually in 4, because now you'll
Yeah,
need,
if you're in 4, you need to get
rid
club
of the
losers.
clubs. Yeah. So Anyhow, all right, what's happening here? East
Correct.
will likely pass.
Looks like a part score hand. Probably gonna north south are probably gonna buy it in hearts, but we'll see.
Spade. It's not.
Bramley opens the east hand with 2-0 showing a minor 2 suitor with less than opening strength. And
That's
max bid 3 diamonds showing hearts
okay.
in the south hand.
Now, since it's curious because I would imagine that a lot of even practice partnerships, depending on level, haven't really discussed what kind of treatments they play after a 2-0 bid showing the minors. So if 3 diamonds showed hearts, I mean, they've had time to prepare because they knew where they were going to play this match against them.
Yeah, what do you think about raising to 2 hearts here?
I think it's a little much, especially with your whole hand in spades.
Yeah, the spades.
I think
Don't go
Kevin
to-
will double and Brian will probably bid 2 hearts.
Yeah.
It's inconceivable that he passes though. No, he did double. With Brian being a passed hand and not vol. But your texture is good enough. And so
Yeah, if he does bid 2 hearts, McAllister might try to. I don't know if double is
Might try to
takeout for them,
might try to double. Yeah.
but no, he just passed. But if double is takeout, it might be a reasonable bid to try to find a minor fit, or
Definitely.
and so here it'll probably just die in 2 hearts.
The real did Kit hit 3 hearts? I assume that it went 3 hearts pass.
Actually, it seems that they're on different pages because Debbie sitting north bid
Did
3 spades
Yeah,
and then 4 spades.
I see.
So it went past 2-0, 3 diamonds pass, 3 spades pass, 3-0 trump by the south hand, double, 4 spades double. And
So
that's
4
where we
spades
sit.
doubled by
That's
north.
not a
It's
happy
not.
country. Well, here we were talking about what to do against the 2-0 bid showing the minors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
More-
it's not something very many people have discussed, I would imagine.
yeah, it's going to be more important to know what you're doing than to have the most ideal methods, because you don't want to have a misunderstanding and end up in a 4-2 fit
Doubled at the 4 level.
at the 4 level doubles. So
not a great start for the Shireson team, but it's early
yeah,
yet.
but lots of boards. In 2 hearts. Yeah, spade up, probably win the king.
He's going to be very surprised to learn that.
Actually, I think we
play the 10 of diamonds, which is not obvious.
the low heart shift was probably I don't know if it was the only shift, but it stops you from ever making the 10 of hearts an entry. So you can never set up the spades because Watson shifted to a low trumpet trick too.
Well, the only downside here is if he chooses to play a club instead of a diamond,
Right.
it go club rough, and now he will have access to the spade. So Will has kind of a non-trivial decision here, and unfortunately, John's just kind of been following. He had to follow with his only trump, and he kind of probably showed count at trick 1.
Yeah.
So it's not obvious to Will that he should be breaking his 10-1 instead of his 9-1. You could imagine if the minors were switched for John that it might be necessary to do it this way.
Yeah,
Although still getting discounts if that's the case.
Yeah, and here he chose to play a
But
club.
he does in fact play a club. Yeah, I didn't think that was obvious at all.
I don't think there's a whole lot you can go off of. Maybe East could give suit preference in spades, but it seems a little bit deep to be giving suit preference instead of just count.
Especially at trick 1.
Right, at trick 1, yeah. Seems a
When,
little.
Your partner might try to give you a rough if you potentially show odd.
Yeah, and here it's going to go queen of spades. He's going to pitch a diamond, and he'll just end up losing the 2 heart tricks. So he'll make 3.
which is slightly better than being in four spades double.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, Bramley, Woolsey do have a documented defense to 2-0.
Okay.
They use three clubs to show both majors, 3 diamonds to show a weak overcall in one of the majors,
And 3 hearts and
and
3
3
spades.
hearts and 3
Real.
spades are decent. They're decent overcalls. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sensible. I think in New Orleans, I was playing with a student and this came up, and I think I said 3 clubs as majors and we'll just treat everything else kind of naturally, which of course you're rarely going to want to compete in diamonds, but having a bid that shows the majors is definitely important when they're preempting you with minor length. Your side rates to have a fit somewhere in the majors. So sorting.
I felt confident about 3 clubs, but not about 3 diamonds.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually kind of like differentiating strength for your overcalls, because otherwise, preamps work. These are hard situations to know whether. I suspect you're supposed to be pretty aggressive getting in over 2-0.
Do you know if they're handed defenses for like
Well,
4-2-0 at the table?
Only for multi.
It's only for multi, so they weren't given a defense where that might have been where they had their misunderstanding.
No.
It was on them to have discussed it beforehand there.
Now, before the new rules came out, they used to also have to supply the ACBL defense for their opening 2 spade bid, which showed a good preempt in diamonds, but
I see.
that has fallen off of the list.
Yeah.
The alert procedures are they change constantly, which to a lot of players is very confusing. But more than that, it's strange how the focus shifts. I mean, full disclosure about what your methods are and what you should be doing seems like it should be the guiding principle. And so many of these kind of artificial things are not necessarily alertable anymore, or don't have the special protection that maybe they did before. So I don't know. I know the group that put it together is trying to make the alert process easier to understand.
And I think they have a different. They're the audience for what they're doing is not the people we're seeing on VUGRAPH.
This is very true.
And here, 4 diamonds.
Yeah, so this was kind of interesting here that John chose to bid 4 diamonds. The problem potentially is that if this auction is believable, your partner rates to be short in spades, which you might think, well, then having some kind of diamond fit is probably in the cards. The problem is when partner introduces clubs at the 4 level, he's going to have at least 6 clubs. He's very often 4-6, or he might even be 4-7.
Yeah, he has at most 3 diamonds, but that's very unlikely. It's more likely he has 1 or 2 diamonds.
He's very likely to have this exact shape more often than not. And your hand actually, even though you only have a stiff club, it is an honor, and you have ace-third of hearts. So I'm curious whether methods were involved at the other table or whether something similar happened. I know we keep jumping and I haven't gone over there, but
the other table is still playing 4 spades doubled.
Okay.
Yeah, so a trump lead here.
And with 4 clubs, this is with honor 4th of clubs, Kevin also knows what shape he's likely to see to his left. And
yeah, here you can get a spade rough if you play the queen of spades at trick 2, although that might be a little bit double dummy, because south can't get to north to play another trump.
He's much more likely to try to play.
Yeah, the 2 of spades. I think the queen of spades, if you're going to play a spade, the queen might give you just that slight chance that south does have the ace and the king and no diamonds. And it just gives them less options as to who can win it, because you don't want to give the person with the trumps the option to
continue. Yeah, this play is more common when it's king length opposite a singleton, but we can see here with both spade honors in South's hand, it's really the only thing to hope for.
Right.
Well, how often do you expect the opening lead to be from a singleton trump?
Not super often, although this auction, if everything is
screams for it.
believed, it really kind of screams for a trump lead because it sounds like the declarer has a few spades and a ton of diamonds and short clubs. And so Kevin can be suspicious that the hearts aren't breaking and the clubs aren't breaking. And now he just needs to prevent some kind of cross ruff from happening. So,
And even if you think it's very unlikely that South has a singleton diamond,
it
the
can't hurt.
queen of spades never is going to have any value.
Yeah.
When North has 3 and South has 6. So it just, I think, is a free chance of an unlikely situation, but one that actually happened here.
Yeah, it's small. It's one of those little edges that happens sometimes in these plays. Now, the curious part here, I guess, is that he's going to play a high diamond, and now
he might play the 3 of diamonds because if Kevin does have a doubleton diamond, John's not going to want to risk losing it to him and then losing all the spade tricks. I mean, I guess maybe he will play. He might have a chance to play a finesse.
He might even play the king of hearts too. I mean, honestly,
with the natural trump tricks, he should know that East probably has a stiff club or avoiding clubs for his 4 diamond bid. So I don't think he's going to want to give him the entry to dummy and roughing a spade when he could have avoiding clubs.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
I assume
you will probably play a diamond.
I guess East can't have avoiding clubs because North knows that East only has 6 diamonds. He only has 3 spades, and he doesn't have 4 hearts because he never bid hearts in response to his partner's takeout double. So he actually knows the exact shape of the whole hand.
Yeah, and he does play a high diamond. And now the only thing is not immediately obvious to me is when John plays the 3rd round of clubs, is Brian going to discard here, or is he going to rough small?
I assume he would just rough small because the 3 diamonds is just a
never growing up. Yeah,
never anything. So the 3 diamonds is just going to stop him from making a discard. Yeah, pretty instant 3 diamonds.
If that spot was a little higher, I think it would be a little more interesting. But
and the other table ended up going down 4 in 4 spades doubled.
Truth be told, that's probably an accomplishment with how foul the hand was.
Yeah.
Ace queen 4th of hearts offside, and in
Not
fact,
prettiest.
he might have even led his stiff heart. Got the chance. And
yeah, at this point,
yeah,
McAllister has to lose a spade, 2 hearts, and a diamond. So he's going to end up going down 2.
and interestingly, I guess with clubs with trump, it's not as big of a thing.
Yeah, I was thinking about the play in 4 clubs. 4 clubs isn't going to be so easy either. Most likely you're going to get a spade lead. Kevin's going to win the king. And Kevin's probably going to shift to a singleton diamond. And you can't really get to dummy to pull Kevin's trump, so you're going to have to lose a trump trick. I guess you can rough a spade and dummy.
The same queen of spades lead to prevent the diamond rough happens in 4 clubs, which is interesting.
Well, no, yeah, I guess there's no. It would have to be a diamond to trick 1 lead to get the diamond rough going. Yeah, and then the queen of spades, same queen of spades thing. So 4 clubs probably would play a little better, 1 trick better.
Yeah, so he's down 1. Has anyone checked the chat on Twitch to see if there's any noise?
Yeah, no chat yet on Twitch. I finally figured out how to get both up.
Yeah. All right, so Kevin will Okay, I guess they're playing 15 to 17 no trump and not 14 to 16.
Yeah. And North will. What do you think about bidding with North? I mean, I personally would probably bid at favorable vulnerability, even though I know.
There was a hand
Probably.
actually in the last segment where a majority of the pairs passed the diamond 4-4 in the majors with a very similar looking 2 count. Basically, one of the clubs is a spade, and the people that bid got to 4 spades, and the people that passed played 1 diamond,
Mhm.
and 4 spades was a rock. It might have been the segment before, I don't recall, but Jacob Morgan, I know, responded, and I saw a few other people did. And Brian passes here, which is totally fine.
Yeah, passing is
Yeah.
almost certainly the normal bid, but at favorable, sometimes you respond with nothing to try to.
I think I would be tempted to bid a heart, especially on this one, just because if my partner really does go crazy, I have queen third of diamonds, and I presumably can show a pile of junk. You know, if partner rebids a no trump, I can just drop in diamonds, and now the opponents have to figure out to bid a game, or, you know, there's a lot of
Yeah,
good.
the queen third of diamonds is much better than having, say, the queen third of clubs or the queen third of spades.
Yeah.
With those hands, you
It
just
can be a
even
little
if,
riskier. It just
Yeah.
it just depends on, you know, a lot of this at this level, uh a lot of the guys, even if you respond with nothing, you know, the pairs are good enough that they'll balance in and often find the things they're supposed to. But you at least give them a problem. When you pass here, I mean, we can see that it's 16 opposite 8. So it's a little hard for them to sniff at anything. I haven't looked close enough to see if a game is on. But if he bids a heart, now McAllister maybe overcalls a no trump. And I mean, depending on what the range situation.
then West will probably bid, and they probably end up, that might propel them into a 3 no trump they didn't bid here,
So
which will most
curiously,
likely make.
yeah.
Although the Jack of Clubs lead is a little, I wonder what their agreements on Jack leads are.
I think his partner didn't bid, so the odds of him having a long major are very low. And he didn't preempt diamonds of any kind. I think this is a very thoughtful lead by Kevin, that clubs is the most likely suit that partner has length in, because they passed favorable. We can see on this hand that it didn't matter too much.
But in terms of the Jack
Yeah.
versus the more normal 3 of clubs lead or 7.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin probably thinks I have everything, and it doesn't really hurt to distort shape here because my partner's probably never getting in. And he's not, you know, I'm going to be able to see the dummy, and it may be the case that he needs to push a club through situationally. I don't know. I think the Jack of Clubs is fine.
Just to jump in on 34, the contract is 4 clubs west.
Okay,
The
yes,
King of
they did.
Hearts.
Yeah, and passing, I think, is the normal action for all the reasons that we stated. That
Well, it looks like West
for
never
Ha-
really
but
showed
for
a
Harrison, the lead was one in dummy with the ace, and it continued with the spade queen.
after winning the Ace of Hearts at Trick One.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So the play actually came to pass at the other table.
Yeah, it was interesting though. Over 2 spades, West bid 2 no trump with their 6 solid clubs and 4 little hearts as a relay to 3 clubs, probably intending to bid. Well, I'm not even sure. I don't know their method, so I'm not sure what he was intending. But then he bid 4 clubs over the 3 spades and never ended up showing the hearts, which
Are
worked out.
Bart and Kit are playing a strong club? Is that right?
Yes. So I guess maybe you're not as worried about.
So with
this.
your partner's hand a little limited, you might be okay dropping in 3 clubs. Sorry to those that are watching that we're talking about a board that's not on the screen. We were talking about this one, which they haven't finished. But if you know your partner's hand is limited over there, the prospect of game is a lot less, and being willing to just compete to some number of clubs seems a little better. Now I'm going to go back. All right, so
So here they're in one no trump, and it looks like it's just for over tricks, but it is interesting that the one heart bid might have actually pushed them into a 3-no trump that here they didn't even
Sniff
invite.
at.
for.
Yeah. Yeah. And more than that is this range that's been alerted of 11 to 17. I mean, good
Yeah, that's a
luck.
wide range, especially. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, good luck to West with his lousy 10s and good 9s deciding
Yeah,
what.
it's tough to figure out exactly where you want to be with that big of a range.
Although it's a trade-off. I mean, I confess that in my partnerships, I like for this to be kind of 11 to 16, kind of similar to what you would do if it was a major opening. Now, the downside is what we discussed, that it kind of makes your partner with their good 9s, bad 10s kind of in no man's land. And at the same time, doubling when you have a balanced 15 often feels really gross, because now the
But
next.
you're not too worried if partner bids
Yeah, it
one of the
might.
major.
It's just hard when you have to bid no trump at the 2 level, for example, and you've only got, a flat 15. Anyway,
But you only over a 1 diamond opening, you only have to bid no trump at the 2 level if partner responds 2 clubs to your takeout double. If you make a takeout double, if they anytime they bid one of a major, you can bid 1 no trump, and it should be lighter than if you had doubled and bid 1 no trump in direct seat.
correct. But you could imagine they open a minor and it goes pass, double. The person bids one of a major. Now the responder, who
Yeah,
quiet before, now raises to 2 of the minor, and now and that you only have 3 of the major, or there's a lot of things that could come up that would make it. I mean, the reason they play wider ranges is to fix what might happen after. So here West has opened a diamond again. What is their no trump range? Does anybody know? I confess 14 to
I'm
16.
pretty sure they play a strong no trump. So I would have personally opened a strong no trump with the West Ham, but maybe they don't upgrade as frequently as, or maybe he chose not to with Queen 1 heart. Maybe isn't the best holding. It's not a terrible holding, but
yeah. Well, if that Queen of Hearts was in spades, for example, I think now you would certainly open a no trump. But he's treated this as a weak no trump. It's not going to matter here because
East is just going to bid 3 no, and the
John
play
has
on
an
this
world 3-0
will
bid.
not be. Yeah, the play on this will not be too interesting with 9 top tricks.
Okay.
East-west no trump is a good 14 to 17.
Okay.
So for whatever reason, he chose not to upgrade.
It's curious that Will didn't upgrade then, if it's good 14 to 17, but as I say, perhaps their standards are a little bit higher. In fact, I would be curious. I would be curious to do the K&R on this hand. For those of you that don't know, K&R is the Kaplan and Rubens hand evaluator, which I very often go to when I'm on the fence about the range of a hand, deciding whether it's an upgrade or not. I find that to be a pretty reliable method for determining hand strength. So anyway, so a heart lead, which seems kind of normal. I mean, you got.
And here you're gonna take at least 5 diamonds, the ace of clubs, 2 hearts, 2 spades.
Yeah,
for 10 tricks.
In fact, Brian's not going to have a great time on the run of these diamonds.
Yeah, he's make 3 pitches. He can probably.
He'll throw a club, probably.
He can probably just throw all of his hearts. I'm not sure what.
Well, he doesn't.
Was.
Yeah, he played the 8 at trick 1.
I'm not sure if they play. What they play at trick 1. I'm not sure if they play.
I really, really hope it's Foster Echo, but who knows? This would be that actually this is actually a good hand for Foster Echo, because Brian can throw all his hearts away knowing his partner has a jack of hearts.
Well, playing the 9 as Rusino, showing the 10. Kevin could maybe consider playing the jack to show the 8.
Yeah, but he
Just-
might have Jack and 1 or something, and just trying to be good at
But
getting.
with Jack and 1, you can't really afford to play the Jack because you're setting up a finesse against your partner.
Well, he
if they-
doesn't know partner's suit is 4 cards, although he didn't overcall a heart over a diamond.
Yeah, I'm
Aaron
just.
has
I'm
been
curious-
reading the bridge winners thread of
No, when
worst conventions.
I just saw it on recently, actually. And when I first learned bridge, I'm from the Los Angeles area. The Long Beach club, Foster Echo, was standard when I started.
Oh.
So the first few years of my bridge life, I played it with everybody I played with. So
the first.
It was when I was growing up too, which was before you were born.
well, I'm a little bit older than I look, so at least I hope I'm still a little older than I look. But
I played Foster Echo with the first partner I had outside of my grandparents. So
it's catching on,
it is.
or maybe the opposite of that.
Yeah, I haven't played it since. I played it one time with that partner, a few games, and then haven't played it with a partner since. But
I mean, look at this poor problem Brian has. I mean, a spade pitch was
Most
kind of.
people-
He'll probably pitch. Honestly, he'll probably pitch a club here.
I think he can. I think there's. I'm not sure exactly what Kevin's carding is, but I'm sure there is some way that Kevin is able to show the Jack of Hearts or show that he likes. Maybe they play some type of
Well,
Smith where he's able to show he likes.
Now that Will threw a heart away, now it'll be maybe a little bit easier.
I don't think that's super relevant. I think when you lead the 9 of Hearts Rusino and they win the Queen, Kevin's number one signaling priority, whether it's through Smith or suit preference, is just to show the Jack of Hearts. And I'm sure with whatever signaling methods they play, he did show the Jack of Hearts. Although he pitched a club, so maybe not.
Yeah, that's
They-
kind of.
They do play Rusino versus no trump with 4 or more cards in the suit, and
Right.
trick 2 Smith Echo.
I wasn't.
Their trick 2, he played high, low, and diamonds. saying
Okay, he
so-
did
so-
say he liked it.
Yeah. No, high, low, in. Do they play regular Smith or reverse Smith?
It says Smith, so I assume that's regular Smith,
So high, low would say he does like hearts.
which he does like.
Yeah,
so-
and a comment in the chat says it's standard Smith. So Kevin did say he liked hearts. So that might make it reasonable for Platnick to pitch the 10 of hearts.
although he might, with the 8 of hearts at trick 1, think I've got everything and my partner can have nothing, and partner's just warning me not to.
Yeah, that may. What do you
Well-
think the 8 of hearts signal is from Jack 8-6-3?
Yeah, not sure.
I wonder if they play standard at trick 1. That's possible, maybe, or
You could play standard at trick 1. There's a lot of
some
people.
people play some. Yeah, a lot of people. Not a lot. Some people play standard at trick 1.
Yeah, it's becoming more popular, although I think that's more in suit contracts than it is in no trump.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's a relatively flat board, I think, across the field.
This one looks like this could be a little interesting. North-South can make 4 of a major, depending on if they can guess the Jack of Hearts, it looks like. Although,
I wonder what's going to
Actually,
happen after Kevin doubles. I wonder if Will has a way to raise and show an honor, because I would be very tempted here. Yeah. Well, that's good. He did raise.
diamonds. And then North might bid.
Will certainly bid 4 diamonds. And the only problem with 4 diamonds is that when partner has a good hand, you're putting a little bit of pressure on him over.
And with 3 diamonds, it looks very likely when the opponents bid 2 diamonds and then 3 diamonds that it looks like they probably have a 9-card fit, although they don't have to. So it looks like partner might have a singleton diamond opposite your 3 little. And in that case, all you might not need very much for slam to make. So he might bid more than 4 diamonds after. He might start with 4 diamonds and bid more after.
I think that if these colors were reversed, I think he would certainly have those kind of inferences.
Right
But
here, East could have five.
favorable. They are. You know, I remember a hand. I opened 2 diamonds on Ace King 4th, and my partner raised with Jack and 1.
I remember the hand. Yes.
And so we went diamond, diamond, diamond rough because both of the hands were convinced that the other one was
The other
short.
one had shortness, right? Oh, so we started actually with double, which maybe is even better because now you can keep
Now
it
he
a
can
little
put 4
lower.
diamonds over 3 hearts. Yeah. Which he
Yeah,
probably
so-
was planning to do over 3 of a major.
It looks like spades.
Except Kevin passed. Well, that's
Yeah, no, I think he has a reasonable
I think
pass.
passing is reasonable. Yeah, if partner just has some values hand. He's
Yeah.
good to cash clubs. That's the good news.
Yeah, you can.
Unfortunately, the long diamond is in the wrong hand.
It probably wouldn't matter. I don't think there would be any way to get a promotion with diamond splitting 3-2. Although,
That's true. Well, it just depends on how much you could strip out the other suits since the diamonds are blocked. But yeah, I don't think there's anything here other than John's going to take his he's going to take his 7 tricks, and they're going to be minus 300 into 4 hearts.
well, and I think it's kind of interesting whether you would rather play 4 hearts or 4 spades. Maybe it's not, but 4 hearts, you need to play the hearts for 1 loser, whereas in 4 spades, as long as you don't get a heart rough, you should be able to actually pitch your 3
Well,
hearts and a
except-
diamond on the
yeah,
ace
well,
king.
except that in 4 spades, you're a lot more likely to get a stiff heart lead with these 9 hearts.
But if the hearts are 3-1 anyways, you might be going down.
You might,
They-
but you have some extra chances. I mean, just imagine if McAllister had the stiff jack and Will ace
Right,
3rd.
yeah,
You know, you get a little bit more in
that's
terms.
definitely true.
On board 35, where this table played 1-0 and made a bunch of over tricks, Woolsey Bramley bid the game.
They did bid game. So did they bid a heart over a diamond, or did Debbie pass?
So it went a diamond pass
I-
double.
Pass double.
Okay, here I'll I guess this board is the one we're talking about.
The 1-0 trump. Yes.
My ability to get over there is not
You should be able to click other table from
from here.
where you were.
So let's see. So what happened? It went a diamond. So he was able to bid a spade and bid a no trump.
Right,
And-
and that's what I
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
that'll be more
On this
interesting.
hand, with everybody so balanced, you know, the north-south pair is not going to get in your way, so it works out okay. All right, anyway, back to this. So Brian has pitched a heart. I wonder if they are playing they're not playing standard carding, are they?
I highly doubt it, but it's possible. They play standard Smith, so I guess it would be consistent with
I mean,
standard carding.
you know, I confess that Brian is a much better player than I, but looking at those majors, I suspect I would want a spade and not a heart.
Yeah, standard carding for north south in the
Okay.
Twitch chat it says.
Okay. Well, that
So yeah, that's I guess that must
that
be
makes the 8
that makes the 8 of hearts on the previous
understandable
board.
on the board before, yeah.
Right, that's what I was saying where I think he was showing attitude for the heart. But
Yeah.
So yeah, pitches the 3 of hearts. Now this is kind of interesting with south what you want to do. Yeah, you might switch to a spade and try to get actually you probably want to cash it. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, cards as they lie, it's going to be one of those all roads situations.
Yeah. It will be down 2, but
And raising on a doubleton here, especially ace king tight favorable, it's one of those what's the worst that can happen situations, because if they stop and saw you off like this, and it's hard for you to imagine that your side has very many defensive tricks against whatever their contract is. And in fact, here we can see that either 4 hearts or 4 spades is a rock.
You also know that your the other table, 2 diamond opener is not possible.
Yeah, and in fact, with that being I guess he'll probably open the 2 spade thing we were talking about earlier.
Right.
Assuming that Debbie doesn't open her hand a spade, which honestly I don't even think is that weird. I know
Yeah,
it's
personally, I didn't notice, but I think I would have opened North hand 1 spade.
well, the thing that it has going for it is these are the kind of colors where you could expect 3 clubs, past 5 clubs, and now you're going to feel a lot worse about the decision you have to make that you might have fixed by opening a spade. And it's not like your hand's strength is so bad with ace king 5th and queen 10 5th that you feel bad about opening a spade and rebidding 2 hearts. So
You've opened 11 counts that look a lot worse.
a lot worse, and especially ones that aren't necessarily 5-5 in the majors too.
And what do you think about the pass of 3 diamonds doubled, assuming double is a normal?
I think it depends. It depends on agreements. Now, I've encountered, I think it was Boya and Christian when I played against them in Phoenix. I think that they specifically that it was like a major suit takeout, that it was like it was usually 4-4 in the showing equal length in the majors. I could be wrong on the specifics, but I can remember a lot of hands recently where people with 4 card majors aren't necessarily bidding them here. They're doubling just to kind of keep the options open. And I think from Brian's perspective, with 3 little diamonds, the odds that partners floating this double are not super high. So
right. And I think with Kevin's hand,
Kevin's doing something very normal here with the king of hearts. He's just trying to kill the diamond roughs. He doesn't know that there are no diamond roughs. And in fact, we should see a claim here pretty soon by John. You might play it out.
Yeah, I'm not sure about if I would pass 3 diamonds doubled with just 2 diamonds, because I think there are very few hands that partners doubling.
Well, just the thing is, I can feel pretty strongly that that this was not a hand that he thought was in the range of
right.
double.
Yeah. When obviously
Right.
this.
So if you could just imagine that your partner has some club length and a doubleton diamond, which is often what's happening here, partner just doesn't have a convenient suit to bid. If partner really has a balanced, 8 or 9 somewhere in there, remember that partner was a passed hand. He might as well take his 300 or on a good day 500, because getting.
But if partner rates to have length in clubs, and I don't know if he rates to have a doubleton diamond, but if he rates to have 5 clubs and a doubleton diamond, your ace king queen jack of clubs is not looking great, and that's most of your hand. And I could see them making 3 diamonds doubled, even though you might be going minus 100 or 200 in a part score.
Well, we saw that.
Jack of clubs doesn't look great.
I would have bid 4 diamonds, and if we only belong at the 3 level, tough luck.
Yeah, I mean,
With
the thing,
4 diamonds.
With the north hand, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's normal. I think Brian, like I say, Brian didn't think that there was a chance this was going to go all pass with 3 little diamonds.
Yeah,
So
Brian was not intending to
he
stop.
was planning to Q bid. Yeah, kind of.
He was looking to slam try.
Well, kind of to what we were describing earlier is the bad part about 4 diamonds is that your hand's almost too good to bid 4 diamonds, and now you have to make a guess over partner's 4 major bid. With this double, now partner bids a major and you get to bid 4 diamonds no matter which one partner picks, or even if partner bid 4 clubs somehow, you would bid 4 diamonds now, and feel good about showing the amount of strength that you have. Curiously, Brian here might be bidding 4 diamonds. Oh no, he's not actually. It's a passed hand.
In the other room, Debbie did pass first seat, and Bramley passed with the east hand. So
Okay.
a calm 1-no pass, 2 hearts transfer.
Yeah. Yeah. A gentle start. And I would be willing to wager that Bart felt that at these colors, his hand was just not quite right to be preempting in diamonds, especially with ace jack tie to hearts and his righty already being a passed hand. You know, it's a hand that is more defensive than offensive.
Yeah, 6-3, 2-2, and no diamond fillers.
Yeah, and your diamonds are kind of lousy. Yeah, this is the kind of hand where you might just wait and see. Curious here, I confess I would have opened Kevin's hand. Especially not Vol. But they might be a little bit more sound in their opening bid requirements.
Yeah, I would have also opened Kevin's hand, but
Kevin will pass a lot of hands that nobody else other than somebody named Rosenberg will pass.
I see. The Palawan approach, as we call it.
Oh no, you knew him? You knew Michael?
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of good don't double Michael Palawan stories. Anyway, if he does open a heart, they're very likely to get to 4 hearts. And I think 4 hearts is going to make, if you guess what's happening. You lose a diamond, a spade, and I think if you play a club to the king and a club, they're forced into a rough slough. I think maybe you can time it, or maybe the lay is such that you can't quite do it, but I think the defense would have to be very careful against 4 hearts to not let it through. In fact, here Kevin's probably going to play. He's probably going to lose a heart trick. He's going to play a heart to the king and a heart, and I would be not surprised to see him finesse, especially when the 9 pops.
I also think I might have bid 3 spades instead of 3 hearts, just purely based on suit quality when it doesn't look like we're getting to game ever opposite a passed hand. Do you have any thoughts about 3 hearts?
Well, he might. Well, one of the reasons to bid 3 hearts is that if partner had, yeah, I mean, I suppose that's true. But if partner had some 3-4-1-5 hand that he couldn't stomach, you get to land in hearts. And if partner had the 5-2-1-5 hand, he's going to bid 3 spades over 3 hearts anyway. So it kind of keeps more options open about finding the right spot. As you say, game is not in the picture. It's just more about making sure you get to the right spot, I think.
Yeah, I guess if partner has the 5-2-1-5, they're going to double and probably bid 3 spades.
Over 3 hearts, right. So you'll still get the spades when you need to. And this way, but
when they're 5-2-1-5, you're going to get to spades anyways.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So yeah,
I
personally.
But if partner has the 3-4-1-5 hand, now you're playing 3 spades instead of 3 hearts. So.
But the same could be said that they could have the 4-3-1-5 hand.
Yeah, that's true. It could definitely work.
I think it might just be a random guess between 3 hearts and 3 spades. So I'm curious why he chose 3 hearts. Maybe it is 3 spades is.
Did he drop the queen of hearts? Sorry, I was.
Yeah, we were talking about the.
I'm guessing that he didn't.
He did not. He lost to the queen of hearts.
No, it seems normal to lose it, and now he has to play the king of club. Oh no! Oh, now this is. Well, now we're gonna sit here and watch them think a little longer.
Yeah, that was a good. Well,
good play by John.
Yeah, that was 100% play by John, because that they're going with West having preempted and showing up with the queen of hearts. North knows that he can play the king of. Well, I guess maybe he doesn't, because he could have the ace and the queen of clubs. You still have to guess, even if John ducks.
Correct.
Because playing the king of clubs and the 10 of clubs here would end play West.
Correct.
But East could also have the ace queen of clubs. So that ended up being a nice play by
Board-
John.
What's that, Al?
Board 37, 4 hearts went down. Diamond,
Yeah,
diamond.
that was the one.
Because
where
they
I-
lost.
ace.
Yeah, because they lost.
Diamond was roughed with the 8 and over roughed. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 4 hearts went down. It went diamond, diamond, diamond,
Four.
roughed and over roughed.
Diamond, diamond, heart to the ace. Diamond,
I see.
heart rough, over rough.
Diamond, diamond, heart to the ace. And they didn't rough high. Oh, I see. Okay,
you
well,
can't rough.
yeah, you can.
You have the king 8. I mean, you can,
Mhm.
but
Well, there's queen 10 and the
Yes.
dummy preemptor is to your
As
right.
Harrison said, you have to guess the jack of hearts.
Yeah, you'll have
there
to
was
guess.
no, but there was no preempt at the other table.
Right. East West never bid.
So
Well,
it seems more
except
likely that diamonds are probably 5-3 than it is that you need to rough with the king.
Well, but if the diamonds are 5-3, they might have just played a third round of diamonds rather than than switching to a trump.
Right,
for-
it's a little bit strange,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. So I
But they-
think he might get it wrong by roughing high and hooking the 10 of hearts. I mean, I think that's probably in the game. So went down in 3 hearts and went down in 4. Is that what we're talking about? Or no, we're talking about the 5-5 majors hand.
right, it was 3 diamonds doubled. So
Okay,
it
on-
actually ended up.
Diamonds double
Yeah,
versus 4 hearts down 1.
On to this one now. I know that this is going to be very controversial, but West's hand is the kind of hand that I would love to be able to show a no trump invite with, especially after partner opens a club. I'm a big believer in concealing in situations like this, where, you know, a diamond contract is a lot less likely after it's all passes and they don't overcall a major or anything. Here they're gonna, well, now they're in 2 clubs, which seems,
Yeah, 2 clubs.
Weird.
well, well, he's kind of in a weird spot with queen and a spade over a heart and only 3 clubs. I mean, this is a reason to make a
He's-
more forward going bid the first time, is that
Probably gonna play very well with just playing 4 rounds of spades and pitching all of your hearts. When South leads the 3 of spades, you can be pretty sure that all the spades are going to be cashing. At least South isn't the one with 5.
yeah, you suspect 3 of them are cashing anyhow.
Well, yeah, not all 4, but 3 of them are cashing, and then the 4th one, they're going. You can just pitch losing heart anyways and make them use up one of their trumps.
Yeah, and he's gonna transition to playing diamonds and cross roughing anyhow.
Right. This one will have played nicely. Actually, maybe you don't get too many. You only get 1 rough and dummy because they're going to lead a trump again, but that's all you need. So you lose a diamond and 3 hearts.
He's gonna still be okay here because he's probably gonna play the jack of diamonds, and
No, he's going to be in. He's going to be in his hand, rough a heart over, and then just
oh,
he's
that's
just going to get the cross rough, the one more club trick from dummy.
yeah, that's true.
So he'll end up making it. Exactly. So that's all.
If they do get to 3-0, it looks like 3-0 is a pretty good spot
Yeah,
Uh,
you have 8.
with the 10
Well,
of diamonds falling doubleton. I mean, you
But
just lead up to the diamond and you're golden.
you still have to.
Well, with king 10 doubleton, it turns out that leading a diamond up, you're just going to be fine.
But you might lose 3 hearts. Oh no, you
Well,
have
it's
to.
a jack and 1 up. It's a queen 10 fourth. I mean, it's
Yeah,
hard to
queen
lose
10
3
fourth.
hearts.
It would be difficult. Yeah.
I'm kind of
But
curious.
you might be worried about losing 3 diamonds and 2 hearts. when it's possible that you just have 4 spades, 4 clubs, and
You
one
still have
heart.
to get a trick somewhere. I mean, they're going to attack something.
No, you might. Yeah, they have to lead. If they lead a heart, all you need is the 2 hearts. 4 spades is 6, and 3 clubs is 9. So they're probably best lead is a spade, passive,
Yeah.
and then you have to figure out whether you want to risk losing 3 diamonds and 2 hearts, or if you maybe go for 4 clubs, hoping the club split, which is more likely, most likely you go for 4 clubs, 4 spades, and then a red suit trick somewhere.
I wonder what Kevin's going to do over 2 clubs, if he's just going to raise to 2 spades, or if he's going to be a little fancier maybe and show hearts on the way. Or
I would assume he'll bid 2 spades, but
I don't think it
You
would
think
be
the double would show hearts with spade tolerance?
Yeah, and the problem with that is it's not always 5 hearts. But with the big texture disparity, I think he's at least going to think about it. He might just
And
2 spades,
and
but
tolerance is usually a doubleton
usually at least
support.
usually at least a double. He did
so he did
choose
double.
which again with this texture I think is fine. You know, you don't know partner has a stiff heart at the point where you make this double, and you might feel okay about, especially with you being short in diamonds, that you might at least
Yeah,
try.
For the audience, this is called a snapdragon double.
Yeah,
Show
and this
the
is
4th suit.
Yeah, and
with
kind of
tolerance.
a textbook Snapdragon double would have just a doubleton, you know, or honored doubleton, depending on your agreements.
Yeah, I'd be a bit worried that when you double, and if it goes, say, 3 clubs pass, now you hit 3 spades, and you're forced to play 3 spades. When if you start with 2 spades and it goes 3 clubs pass,
Now you can bid
now
3
you can offer
hearts.
3 hearts because
Yeah.
partner will know you have a spade fit. So that's why I probably would have bid 2 spades, but double's definitely reasonable. Just
Well, and
get the
here's an auxiliary benefit of this double is now they get to this hopeless 3-0. He's just going to start a spade, and that's going to be the end of that.
They probably would still not avoid 3-0 trump even if you bid 2 spades. I would assume.
That's true. But having shown hearts and partner not raising hearts, you're not going to be as tempted to lead one. I don't know. Not that this was part of the calculation when he chose double. Like I say, I think just the disparity in texture made it appealing.
Yeah, I just think when West and East both showed values, West showed an opening hand and East showed 10 or more points, it might be.
You'd like to get that bit off your chest.
Yeah, it might be better to. I mean, he chose double, so obviously it's.
Yeah, I think either one is reasonable.
And here the 6 of spades lead. North should probably figure out that he has 3 spades once John McAllister plays the deuce, because the 6 is going to be the lowest spade spot that North can see. So North will know that South wouldn't have doubled with the singleton spade, so he can safely continue with a low spade here and make, because you don't want to play the ace of spades and lose the entry. When you play the ace and the queen, you want to play low. Then you have still an entry
Or
to your
39, or 39, my brain wasn't engaged. The East hand is a 2 heart opener for Bramley.
Okay.
Some 4-1-5 minus 1 card.
Okay. Well, that's certainly what he had. And 11 to 15, probably.
Right.
And actually, over 2 diamonds, I
He
played
might
precision for a bit. We had the auction 2 diamonds all pass a lot more than you would expect, which
it would be
West might
sensible
choose
for him to
3
pass.
clubs, but it's
Yeah.
possible. Yeah, it's possible. That's come up a lot for me where it goes 2 diamonds all pass and you play a 6-1 or 7-1 fit.
Kind of curious here that John played the. Well, I guess maybe he had to guess whether it was Ace Jack 5th or.
It
Queen.
didn't.
I guess with not many high cards outstanding, he guessed that his
And
writing.
also with ace third, like you were saying, there would be much less disparity in the South major suits, and South would be even more likely to have bid 2 spades with ace third of spades, right?
Yeah. So he's got a bit of a problem here. He's going to probably, I mean, this is beyond no hope. The question
Right.
is whether you just take your medicine and
The best chance is probably, well, I don't even know. I mean, the only possible
no
chance is if
chance.
North has the king of hearts stiff. You know, North has a stiff heart most
yeah,
likely. It's
diamonds
possible,
need to be 3-3, and he has to have the stiff king of hearts, which seems
which is probably not even worth playing for. It's probably non-vulnerable with the, even vulnerable too, but with the imp odds, it's such an unlikely chance that you might just take minimizing your under tricks here.
which seems hard to not go down 2. He I mean, he's going to go down at least 2,
Well,
cards as they are.
yeah, I think you would probably.
I mean, he could
Probably.
exit a spade or something, but still a heart's going to come through, and that's no good. You know, at this point, he knows that the spades are 5-3 and that the writing's on the wall. I think he'll probably play a diamond to the ace and a club to the king and just hope that the ace of clubs is to his right.
Right. And hope you just lose 4 spades and the ace of clubs.
He's going to test the diamonds first.
This is not going to go so well for him. Because even if you set up the diamonds, you have no entry to dummies. So this is.
Yeah, now he risks going 3 if he takes a heart finesse.
It might be 3 anyways. Right? You lose 2 clubs and 3 spades at this point, and probably another trick somewhere.
Yeah, maybe.
So I would assume Kevin's going to win this, and oh, I guess ducking it is probably fine too. I'm not sure that ducking it actually has any real benefit, but maybe it does.
Played a bit with Walter Schaefer for a while, and his big thing was if you don't know what to do, play low. It's right more often than playing high is.
Although here, you know, your partner has all the winning spades.
Right. It's a little bit less, but like I say, he wanted to get the heart trick and make sure that happened in case the guy had king, queen, jack, 5th of clubs, and now he never gets a heart trick. So
yeah, and it will end up going 3 off.
Yeah, it's going to go down 3. And kind of a normal contract to be in, truth be told.
Yeah.
So
Woolsey's in 3-0 Trump on 39.
he's in 3-0 on 39. Let's see. Sorry for jumping screens, everybody, but
Oh,
he did get
4-4-1-4 east.
so what did he choose? What did he choose to do over 2 diamonds?
Oh, 2 hearts. They
And
use
now
2 diamonds as weak multi. 2 hearts is the 3 suitor.
Oh, 2 hearts is the
And
3
Kid
suitor.
bid-
So
Yeah, 2-0 Trump asked. 3 diamonds showed a maximum 4-4-1-4.
I see. So he did bid 2 no over 2 diamonds or over 2 hearts. I see. Yeah, that was not totally obvious, especially with the good diamonds when partner is known to be short and you kind of have this skimpy 10, but he definitely caught the whale. Bart's got as good a hand as he possibly could have to not have opened a strong club.
You're correct.
So anyway, all right, so it goes a heart, a spade.
this is another hand where maybe upgrading is reasonable.
Yeah, 5-4 with a 5-card major, though, a lot of times you won't do it just because, you know, you don't feel terrible about a heart than 2 clubs, and you keep your
Right.
5-3 heart contracts in play where you might be playing, especially with texture like this. I mean, I can imagine partner has, you know, queen, jack, 3rd of hearts and out, you know, or queen, 3rd of hearts and out, and you're declaring 1 no, and they knock out the ace of spades, and you're just, you know, you're suffering with your, you know, 2 clubs, a spade, and a heart.
Right. It's
mean-
better with 5 hearts than 5 spades, though, because sometimes you'll be able to shut them out of a spade part score.
Correct. It is a lot harder to overcall spades over 1 no than it is over 1 heart.
Yeah, you have probably a little bit too much defense against a spade game. If it goes 1 no all pass, you don't want to go down 3 against nothing.
Well, they are favorable. I mean,
Oh,
if
they
you
are
were-
favorable. Yeah, they
if you were ever going to do it, this would be a good time to do it.
yeah. It just looks a little more suit oriented. Ace king, ace king.
I think if I was John, I would be leading that. I mean, by process of elimination, that all the other leads look terrible. You might lead a trump.
I don't know. I think the trump lead is not
Well, you
terrible.
need to blow this trick, though. You might just be getting this trick, and you're not
I don't
so.
think the trump lead. I don't think the trump lead will blow a trick very often when they have a 7-card fit and partner's just going to get in, return another trump. You lose the queen to whatever honor they take, and then when partner leads another trump, if they get in, you win it, and then you never touch trumps again. But you have managed to pull their trumps.
Well, the problem is that when you have queen fourth like this, it may be the case that your partner's over roughing the dummy. I mean, it's not that Brian is necessarily showing 5 clubs or anything, but the dummy might have 3 clubs. And now a trump lead's not necessarily accomplishing anything. Whereas when you have trump length like this, when partner has good spades, you might be shortening declare and getting some kind of trump control. So I don't know.
But alternatively, with the queen jack 10, declare might have bad hearts in their hand, and they might be roughing with, that might be their 8th trick, is roughing with their low heart tricks that you might be able to pull.
They might, but then the dummy has to have enough entries for that to matter. I mean, I'm just saying I think the jack of spades would be my choice with the trump texture here, and the diamonds, I'm not going to lead from ace jack 9. So kind of by process of elimination, I would lead a spade.
So here
It's a little curious here. Well, I guess Will doesn't necessarily know that John has, this kind of texture and hearts, and he's building kind of an uppercut.
Yeah, that's another problem possibly with spades, is if you're setting up something in dummy where partner's gonna where partner's gonna be put in a position where they try to give you an uppercut where you just have natural tricks.
Yeah. So now it's gonna go club, club, club rough, 10 of spades, throwing
10
a
of
diamond,
spades.
or throwing a club.
10 of spades, throwing a club, and you're forced to rough with your natural trump trick.
Yeah.
But just over tricks at this point, so not a big swing.
He'll cash the king of diamonds first, just to get out of his way, I think.
I'm not sure about that because
Well, because
I
if you
don't think it
put a
matters.
spade and the guy roughs, he is going to cash the diamond first.
Yeah, I guess so.
This looks kind of normal, because you wouldn't want to play the spade, have him rough, play a diamond, and now the guy have 2 diamonds and get another promotion. This kind
Yeah,
of,
although I don't think the guy can have 2 diamonds. Maybe he can. Yeah, but yeah, you're right. King of diamonds makes it less thinking.
yeah, the hearts could have been 5-1 instead of 4-2, and now this was maybe not necessary, but
Yeah, not necessary.
yeah, spots as they were.
All right.
All right,
2
so
hearts.
a quiet 140, which I suspect will be duplicated. It's kind of hard for the contract to end up anywhere else.
This is no longer the closest match.
This is no longer the closest match. Okay, hit us with here. I'll start navigating for us.
Oh.
Sorry to the McAllister fans that were watching, or anyone else that
And
was
the
in.
Bramley fans.
Yeah, so it looks like where do we want to go with this?
Nothing's close, but it's not the closest. Jester Simpson's only 39.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sneak and peek on this table, I suppose, for now. See Dan and Roger, although I guess they're ahead. Maybe we should stick with the other one because they're ahead and we still haven't seen the boards that are coming. Pardon me, everyone. All right, anyway. So Kevin here will probably give some kind of, he gave a constructive raise.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Well, I don't think it's too out of line to give a limit raise here with 2 sticks. I mean, your shape sucks.
You could also, what about giving a mixed raise too?
Yeah, it would certainly be at the top end of your mixed range hands.
Yeah, I think I would give a mixed raise before limit raise, but I'd just be
I always envision mixed raises having some shape. And 4-3-3 is not shape.
Yeah, well, I've started to do it more with these kind of balanced hands, just in the sense that preempting like really puts them to a guess. So tactically, it's so good. But I tend to make limit raises, especially as a passed hand. I don't think the range should necessarily be like a good 10 to an 11 I chose not to open. Similar to kind of a Drury situation here, being a passed hand, I think you get a little bit of latitude to bid 2-no here, just a little bit lighter. Now, this may be too far lighter.
I don't think I would, if I was showing a limit raise, I don't even know if I would bid 2-no showing a 4-card limit raise. I assume they would bid 2 clubs to show a 3-card limit raise, which is maybe what I would show.
Well, if you're going to go that route, you might as well bid a mixed raise and show your 4th trump. I mean, the thing is, showing the 4th trump is a good thing for partner to know. See, like here, if he bids 2-no here, Brian has an easy game bid, and we can tell from here the game is a rock because they're going to lose a diamond, a heart, and a spade.
Yeah.
It's going to be very hard to get there over this constructive raise because Brian doesn't know his partner has 4 trumps, so his lousy trump are going to make him kind of go low. So this hand, if anything, is kind of an advertisement for either making a mixed raise or a 4-card limit.
But even opposite a mixed raise, I don't think the North hand's going to choose to bid 4.
No, the only way you're going to get to game is if
you show a 4-card limit.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know.
Sometimes game makes.
Sometimes it makes, 4-card limit raise would be successful here. It just seems like a lot.
Yeah, that's certainly true.
Jack 10 third of diamonds doesn't necessarily look great when they open a diamond.
No, but instead of 620, they're going to go minus.
Yeah,
a heart, 2 clubs.
I would bid after 2 spades pass. I think I would bid 3 hearts.
Well, this is the problem from Kevin's side is if he already showed, if he decided before that it wasn't worth showing a 4-card raise of some kind and forcing the 3 level, there's nothing about the way the auction went that would make him now want to force the 3 level. If he was prepared to compete to 3 hearts, he should pick between 3 hearts and 2-no originally, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
that's what, that's kind of why I prefer to mixed raise, because with this hand, I would personally think I would want to be competing to 3 hearts.
Yeah, and for similar reasons, I wanted to bid
2-no. Yeah, 2-no would have been more. Maybe with 2 aces, it's good enough to just bid 2-no.
Well, it's not just the 2 aces; it's the 10 of spades and the Jack 10 third of diamonds, which I like. I mean, I think, like I say, if I was an unpassed hand, I think a mixed raise is probably more in the game. But I think you got to give partner a little bit more leeway as a passed hand to make a limit raise with objectively what's a good 9, even though it is 4-3-3. But anyhow, they find themselves defending 2 spades, and certainly after 2 diamonds, all the decisions seem very reasonable. I mean, Brian, opposite a constructive 3-card raise with 10/5 of hearts, doesn't necessarily want to be competing to the 3 level, especially with ace third of diamonds.
Yeah.
So anyway, kind of a very interesting hand. Yeah, Al, were you? Sorry to cut you off.
I was just gonna say board 40 where 3-0 went down 3. In the other room, it looks like it's only gonna go down 2.
Okay. Yeah, did he well anyway, let's go look over at the play. Is there a way to rewind the play as it's gone? Maybe not yet.
You can click the cards.
I wonder if
Yeah.
to the king early.
Right under the top left.
Top left.
Underneath,
Oh, this one?
yeah, that, and you can go trick by trick. It's a
Oh,
little
I
bit of
see.
a
Oh, that's very fancy.
Isn't
an
that cool?
upgrade.
Yeah, that is cool. Okay, spade, diamond. Oh, he took a heart finesse right away. Okay, yeah, and I was suggesting a club to the king. but Bart decided that he would try for this instead, which I think is reasonable. Anyway, so he's down 2, so that's 2 imps to them. Okay. Uh-oh.
Already in a row.
Did we fall into the void here? What did I do? Here we go. We're still playing 2 spades, I guess.
Yeah, it seemed safe to interrupt that.
Yeah, there's not much going on with this one. It's curious that Will hasn't touched Trump yet. I guess maybe he's just been losing a bunch of tricks. But I'm surprised that Trump hasn't been played yet, because you kind of want to get the kids off the street here. You would hate to get some promotions going when you're missing ace 10 9 5 of spades, or at least I would.
Day one.
I would be worried.
Since day one, the thing that I enjoyed the most was playing hands where you never drew Trump.
Yeah, I mean, it happens a lot.
It pleased me so much.
Yeah.
They were so much fun.
Yeah, I find myself practicing with the Bridge Master hands on a competing bridge site, and a lot of those you have to be very careful about what you're doing. It's a very good training tool for those who are learning the game. Seems like a good shout out, actually, or a good time to give a shout out to Fred Gittleman, my billiards buddy, who is playing less bridge and more pool these days, but he actually wrote all the hands for the Bridge Master.
Now, wait a second. When you say billiards, do you actually play 3 cushion?
No, much more 8, 9, and 10 ball. Fred and I tend to play more 8 ball because we are in a league in Las Vegas that's 8 ball.
Gotcha.
I'm a fan of all. In fact, I just watched Luca Bracel win the World Snooker Championships a few days ago, or yesterday, I guess. And that's a fun game. Okay, so he did finally.
My closest claim to fame, billiard wise, is my grandfather actually participated in the World Championship 3 cushion billiards tournament.
Nice.
In 1940 something.
Oh,
early 1940s.
Okay, so just yesterday.
Yeah.
Actually, there was a just before New Orleans, they had a big billiard event, the World 10 Ball Championships and the World 3 Cushion Championships at the Rio in Las Vegas. And I was there almost every day and watched a lot of the 3 cushion guys. And that's a skill I confess I will never have.
I have never heard of 10 ball.
It's like 9 ball. You have to make the balls in order. The pros like it more because you can't fluke the last ball. One of the problems with ball is that you just hit them hard and the 9 goes in and you win. Anyway, we're getting way off topic on bridge. I apologize.
I was gonna say we finally found an 11 count that Kevin will open.
Yeah. I suspect he's. Yeah, go ahead.
I
Harrison.
personally, and maybe it's crazy, but I don't mind a 3 spade bid by West over 1 club.
That's a lot. Well, you got to double first to keep hearts in. The real interesting thing here is if I was Kevin, I would be.
No. I mean by West.
West.
Oh, 3 spades over 1. How are we doing on colors? We're all white. That's okay.
The Queen Doubleton of Hearts, I just really like, because anytime they play 4 hearts,
the problem I think
with Queen of Hearts.
The problem with 3 spades, I think, is that well, maybe it's okay. I'm just thinking, like, there will be some games that are real easy where partner might just be passing.
I don't think partners can be passing a lot of times when game is good. Here,
game is 10 and a spade and King of Hearts, Ace of Clubs, King of Diamonds. I mean, that's not necessarily going to be a game.
They need more than that, though.
Yeah, would need something else, but you could be right.
But here, game is actually pretty good looking at just the East-West cards. But will not be doing too well due to the diamonds.
Well, let me go one step further. If I had Kevin's hand, the only bad part is he has no whiff that his partner's short in spades. But I like 3 hearts here. I confess that if my righty, did my righty show a 3-card limit raise?
No, one or
He
oh,
did.
one from
One
one
no,
round.
one no is a 3-card limit raise. I would be
Yeah.
very tempted to bid 4 hearts here, honestly, just as a blocking measure, because I don't want to decide what to do over 3 spades.
And 4 hearts is East might double this, and it looks like it's going to
Four
make
hearts
4
rolls.
hearts most
4 hearts
likely.
rolls, yeah.
Well, does it?
Unless he starts Queen of Hearts heart.
Well, you're
and he
going to get a club
double.
lead. Yeah, so instead of 4 spades, which is a good contract, but goes down, it looks like it's going to be 4 hearts, which might, on a club lead, you're going to win it and just play a heart. I don't know.
You're just going to lose 3 hearts, it looks like. But you could lose 4. If he starts hearts, they'll
You have to be a little careful how you play the hearts, though, because if you end up
he's not rating to lead the queen. He's very much rating to lead a club.
no, but how are you going to play the hearts?
Oh, I'm going to win the 10 and the dummy and play a heart because I got doubled to my right.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm
Yeah,
just
that works.
hoping-
That works fine. Yeah.
He's certainly going to do that. He's going to pop. Kevin's going to pop 10 and play a heart.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, John's going to probably fly and give his partner the club rough,
Yeah.
maybe. Or maybe he plays a diamond instead.
I assume he's going to give a club rough.
Yeah, and well, we can see that that's not going to be great for their team.
No.
Although I guess there's no great way to rough both spades. So he's going to be down 1 anyway, I guess.
I think a spade lead. Well,
He's going to be down anyway because he can't really ever get to rough both of his spades.
yeah.
He will play the 10 here and play a heart. I mean, that seems he might
A spade lead, I think, also beats it.
well,
fine.
he might actually play the 10 and play the king of diamonds throwing a spade, hoping to get a roughing finesse. We can see that that's not going to work. Although maybe he's not going to do that since he didn't get a king of spades lead from his left, and righty presumably showed heart values.
Yeah,
So
they're like the
he might.
West
I
West.
think the ace of diamonds rates to be in West's hand.
Mhm.
But this is one of the first real interesting hands we've had in a while. In fact, what a club.
Like, so what if you win the 10 of clubs?
They're just making 4 spades, it looks like.
I don't think so. Why?
Well, let's say you lead a club. What would you like him to do after that?
So they lead 2 rounds of clubs and you rough it.
Now you play 3 rounds of hearts, shedding a diamond and a spade.
Don't you lose 2 diamonds, a spade, and
The guy's on lead and he either has to give you a rough slough.
Oh.
Or he has to, and then even if he does give you a rough slough, you rough in the shorthand, you lead a
Well,
diamond.
he can always lead a low diamond. He can probably figure that out after you rough the second club and play 3 rounds of hearts. He'll know his partner has a diamond void.
So he did get the club rough. So this is where it's going to get a little interesting. Because Kevin might just play a heart here. If he had ace king, well, no, he roughed with the queen.
But,
So
but he's going to go down 1 anyways. There's nothing he can do.
Yeah.
Because he can't get rid of both
unless
spades.
John ducks the heart, then he will make. But
Right.
John should win and play a heart here.
Yeah. I was thinking the other line of play maybe is to win the 10 of clubs in dummy, cash the ace of spades, and then lead a heart. But I guess that doesn't matter anyways because he just went
It'll
the
be
same
it'll
thing.
permute. It'll be the same. It'll be the
But
same.
West might be more likely to try to cash the ace of diamonds, not knowing that East doesn't have.
Well, it probably doesn't hurt him to play a spade. He doesn't think his partner has 5 of them.
But he might think declare as king 10-9, and you're setting up kind of a roughing finesse.
Yeah. So here Kevin's going to pitch a spade and just hope. think. This is one of those writing on the wall situations.
He doesn't need to do it right away.
Well,
he
but
can
if he commits to roughing, I mean, he just has no.
Well, can he rough it, cash Jack of Hearts, play a club to the 10? Oh, yeah, and then run the King of Diamonds. It is the same thing. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. But if you were going to do that anyway, you might as well do this with the added chance that, you know, in a bajillion years, the ace of diamonds. I mean, there's no chance the ace of diamonds is on.
There's always a chance of a missed click. I've seen plenty of missed clicks.
There have been some spectacular ones so far, but he's just gonna throw a spade, I think. I don't
Yeah.
sense in doing anything else.
It just seems like if East had ever, I guess East did raise spades, so I'm surprised West
did.
never made another bid.
Did throw a spade. Well, over 3 hearts.
3 spades seems indicated when partner made a raise.
3 spades, I believe, is indicated over 3 hearts, but Will chose to pass, and now they kind of got to no man's land here where he hit 4 hearts. And, you know, leading a stiff and having queen and a trump, you might just take the bacon. So
I think 4 spades is very likely to go. I think it's going to go King of Diamonds, and Kevin's going to rough it.
okay.
He'll
Now
cash a club,
Okay.
play another club, and then whenever North gets in with the ace of spades, he just knows to give his partner another diamond rough. So you get 2 roughs and the ace of spades and the ace of clubs.
Well, with the strong hand to your left, you might not be in a hurry to lead the king of diamonds, especially when partner jumped to 3 hearts.
Well, you know, that's true. That's true.
I think if it goes 3 hearts, 3 spades, 4 hearts, 4 spades, I think.
But I disagree. You know, your partner rates to be short in diamonds, right? They have 4 hearts, most likely 5 clubs for their jump to 3 hearts. They're probably bidding it on an unbalanced type of hand and not on points. So you have a stiff spade. You assume they have some spade length.
Yeah, that's true.
So that leaves them with a stiff
Could be
diamond,
right.
most likely.
Yeah, with the ace of trump, this could be right.
Yeah.
I think
On board 42, Shireson picked up a game swing making 4 hearts in the close room.
they did make 4 hearts in here.
Yeah.
Oh, the board before. Oh, we're talking about 42. Okay, let's see. What was
42?
Oh, and this was the hand. So he did choose to bid 2-no with this hand, and now Debbie got to bid game. So kind of
So
what
he
we
did better than I would have.
Yeah, kind of what I suspected or what I was suggesting.
I knew Aaron would appreciate that part of it.
Yeah, thanks, Al. It's just one of those situations where you have texture and 2 sticks, and like, you know, it's not the worst thing to give a limit raise. And if partner is not going, then who cares? You were probably competing that high anyway. I mean,
Yeah,
once
especially since you're a
once you
past hand.
decide, yeah, once you're a past hand, you decide you're going to compete to the 3 level anyway. You might as well tell partner you've got a good hand. And 4-3-3 is bad, but you know, partner doesn't have to be 4-3-3. So. All right, so what happened here? We had a reverse into hearts.
Here looks like 5 diamonds.
Brian's gonna like his hand. I mean, they're gonna end up playing probably 5 diamonds.
Yeah, 5 diamonds looks like the only good spot.
I wonder what Kevin's gonna do here, actually, because he's got kind of a really awful bid over 3 diamonds.
Might consider 3 spades.
Well, but that sure feels like 3 spades.
Well, the question based on their agreements is if some people would always bid 2 spades. You just always bid 2 spades with 5.
Yeah, well, this would be a good time for it because you could rule out that partner has 5 spades, and now you can bid 3 spades on a hand like this, not so worried that partner's gonna, you know, if partner raises, he's gonna have ace queen fourth or something, ace queen 10 fourth or something. And honestly, that might not be the worst contract in the world.
So he just chooses to bid 4 clubs, which
seems okay. I mean, 3, you know, he doesn't need a whole lot, you know, for this to be good.
Well, I mean, for slam, he needs a pretty good amount for slam.
King of hearts, ace of spades. I mean,
and that's still not necessarily enough.
No, that's not necessarily enough. But his partner did bid 3 diamonds over 2 hearts.
Mm-hmm.
Brian.
But North won't go too crazy with just.
Well, the problem is that all of a sudden Brian's hand is working. I mean, would it be so crazy for Kevin to have the ace of spades instead of the king to do this?
Well, that's why you play some type of key card
Your
and
king
find out
queen
that you're
side
off
of
two
hearts.
aces.
Yeah, you're gonna find out. Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
But you need
card will sort.
the thing is with the North hand with 0 key cards, you need partner to have 4 key cards, and with 4 key cards, you're probably going to hear another bid from partner if you just
Probably.
bid 4 diamonds. They're not going to sign off in 5 diamonds with 4 key cards, so you can bid 4 diamonds here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You can bid 4 diamonds, and if partner Kevin might bid key card, but I think Kevin might just bid 5 diamonds. Because I think if North had a key card,
No, he bid it. I mean,
so 4 hearts is probably key card.
I have to break in
He doesn't.
Yeah,
play
go ahead,
kickback.
Al.
on board 43 where the South hand had the solid club suit.
Yeah.
It was also 4 hearts on a club lead and a small heart ducked around to the king. But when Woolsey took the rough, he then tried to cash the ace of diamonds. So
Unlucky.
4 hearts made.
Unlucky.
Right. That's what I was saying, where you might cash the ace of spades, but I guess they didn't even do that. But I thought that might make it look more likely for a diamond to be right. But anyways, here I don't think 4 hearts was key card by Kevin.
It probably isn't if he bid 5 diamonds over it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think, even though the North hand is working with the king, queen of hearts with 0 key cards, I don't think you can ever.
No,
Get
for
too
sure.
excited.
He already bid 3 diamonds. Yeah. No, I agree. So this is just going to be 5 diamonds. And unbelievably, both these tables are on the same board. He's still my beating heart.
Yeah, that would not have been
It's actually been pretty good pace.
Yeah, we have 21 minutes left for 2 boards.
For one board, really. I mean,
Yeah, one board. Yeah, one board. Yeah,
play
they
in
just
5 diamonds is not very interesting.
No, it's not.
Lovebridge introduced a new feature. The players now see a clock that shows for each pair how much of their allotted time they have used up. So maybe that helps speed things up.
Speeding up
But
certain unnamed players at the other table who may have fallen behind.
Exactly. So there are 2 clocks that they see. They see one, the whole table sees the table clock,
Right.
and then each pair sees its clock.
Oh, that's interesting.
Even when I played on Lovebridge a couple months ago, I think if we were taking too long as a partnership, the partnership would like turn red, or so we get some type of warning.
Yeah.
Well,
I can imagine for some pairs that
It may have been new for the juniors. Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't.
Right.
It didn't show a
This is
clock.
for-
Though. The clock is a good improvement.
Kevin is very likely to bid 2 hearts here, unless they play that intermediate.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't think. I think he would have been. I was gonna say I was predicting 1
You'd
heart. I
pick
don't
any
think.
one. I think if
Just
I
from
did
the Rosenberg preempt.
what you
style.
know of their styles, yeah. I mean, the thing that 2 hearts has going for it, obviously, is I have a singleton spade, and I'm not, it's not controversial where my opponents are headed when I have this shape. And partner's a passed hand, so I don't know. I would be tempted to bid 2 hearts just to jam up the works a little.
This is also a pretty bad hand, though, and you don't feel. You know you're getting a terrible result if it goes pass, double, all pass.
That's somewhat true.
Like with the ace of hearts, because when you have the ace of hearts,
Yeah, it's
it's unlikely they're making slam. Like with king, queen, jack, 6 of hearts, I think it's a little better because at least when you go for 1100 there, you do have 0 defensive tricks.
I'm gonna guess, by the way, that Bart and Kip might get in trouble, because if East opens this hand, well, I guess they won't get in trouble, but East is very likely to open this hand a no trump. John chose to bid a club, but this is the kind of hand.
I don't know if they would open a no. Why do you think they would open one no trump with this?
Well,
hand?
the thing is, I guess in a precision diamond contest, I mean, depending on what their 1 diamond, 1 major, 1 no range is,
I think this is just a 2 club rebid. 1 diamond, 1 major, 2 club.
Yeah, that's what I think will happen.
Okay. Well, you guys have probably played more precision.
Vulnerable, their 1-0 opener would be, let's see, vulnerable second seat, it would be 14 to 16.
Yeah, so I mean, it's right on strength. I mean, you do have you are 1, 3, 4, 5. But I guess in a precision context where opening a diamond and rebidding 2 clubs could be 5, 4 either way, it's a lot better to do that. In standard,
Yeah, you have a bit of a rebid problem.
yeah, you got a bit of a rebid problem in standard unless you open a diamond and bid 2 clubs, although I like Zia's line about this when asked, what do you think of opening a diamond and rebidding 2 clubs, 4 or 5? And he said something along the lines of, I think it would be the last time I play with that person. So,
Yeah.
so some people have some strong opinions about this. Okay, so this is a claim now.
Yeah.
He's not even going to bother. All right, so let's go to the other table and see what's going on. So they also got to 5 diamonds. Kit chose to overcall 2 clubs. Was this just ace, king, jack, 5th of clubs and out?
Yep.
Okay, I mean, partner's a passed hand and you're favorable, so I guess this falls under that what's the worst that can happen kind of feeling.
Yeah, I kind of like it because it also takes up a lot. 1 diamond, 2 clubs takes up a lot of space.
Yeah, I noticed that Max wasn't able to bid. He wasn't able to reverse here. In fact, Debbie did very well to raise diamonds.
Yeah.
Although with 4 little clubs, hearing her opponents go 2 clubs, 3 clubs, her whole hand looks awfully good all of a sudden.
Yeah, it does.
So
2 club overcall of 1 diamonds is one of Sabine Alkin's favorite bids.
Yeah,
Because of what Harrison said, it
preempts.
hampers the responder.
Yeah.
And then when they make a negative double and they're not guaranteeing 4 in both majors, and if a partner can raise to 3 clubs,
Yeah, now they're guessing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
And you see a recurring theme here about making your opponents guess and giving them decisions, and that's kind of the idea here. So I guess Bart in a precision context is just going to open a diamond like you suggested.
Yeah, at least when I've played it, a diamond and then 2 clubs just promises 9 cards in the majors either way, at least.
But I don't think it's weird at all to open a no trump and treat this as 14 to 16 either, even with that kind of thing in my pocket. Oh, he did do this. Okay.
Yeah.
So now Max bids.
Remind the audience there are 15 boards left to play in the match.
Okay.
Yeah, 15 boards to play in the match, and it looks like they're down. Math is not my strong suit, but it looks like they're down by 39. I don't know.
Well done. Are you in a STEM field at your time at university?
It's possible, but addition. It's been a while since I've been tested on addition.
This just have to start thinking in base 13.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
That would be tough. I played around with some single digit bases as a pure math major in college, but 13, I confess, wouldn't be my first choice.
I used to number the notes that I could never reread. I would number them either base 2, base 8, or Roman numerals.
Nice. Yeah, those are a little bit.
How's that? Yeah. How's that on the geek factor?
Yeah, not bad. Pretty strong. So Max did choose to bid 2 hearts here, and Kit now.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I wonder what all the Rosenbergs think about 2 hearts, because I think I've exchanged emails with Michael where Michael is not
a fan
2 hearts with hands like this. At least I don't think he is.
I think if one of his minor suit cards was in the other minor, I suspect it would be more.
Yeah, that would be more like.
Yeah, but what 1633, I guess, is kind of borderline. I just like the texture and that I'm taking up space with a stiff spade, but I certainly understand going the other way. All right, so we have
15 boards to make up 39 imps.
It's certainly not impossible.
Not impossible, but it's gonna be. They're gonna have to play well.
those of you that have access to the schedule, we are signing off here after this. But starting at, Al, have you been on for the 4th segment? What time are they starting the 4th?
Oh, I always have to look.
Okay.
I can check on that. That's not
Okay.
difficult.
But anyhow, we appreciate those of you who came and joined us, and there'll be a little bit of a break, but it'll start up again probably 45 minutes or so.
Oh, it didn't even say in the email. It didn't even say at the time. Good. I have to go to the Bridge Winners post. Okay, second. It's 7:15, so
All right,
only
we're-
25
While we're
minutes.
7:15. Okay, so while we're here,
Eastern time.
Eastern
Eastern
time.
time. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry,
So
Eastern time.
25 minutes from now. So I'm going to just peek in as long as we're still here and see. I guess this match is 39. This match is an eerily similar score. A good comeback from the young squad. And let's see here. Yeah, so hopefully either this match or the one that we were watching gets some playtime in the last segment. So anyway, thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, thanks everybody for coming and listening.
And we will catch you all later in the week. I suspect we may do this again at some point. Al, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Take care,
All right, I have
everybody.
to figure out how to.
Yeah, you have to figure out how to get rid of it.
Yeah.
I'll stay involved. Oh, Jan is coming on.
Oh, that would be good.
Or that may not be the real Jan. That may be whoever's taking over for Harrison.
Oh, I see.